If you're planning on traveling with your camera, then watch this video for my best tips on traveling with photography gear. To make sure you don't miss any of my photography videos, click the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. If you've ever traveled with photography gear, you know how difficult it is just to figure out what you're going to bring and then how you're going to pack it into a bag that may be subject to restrictions. Airlines, for example, will only let you bring in a bag of a particular size, of a particular weight. Now, over time, I've been able to work out ways to get my gear into my bag as efficiently as possible. And most of the stuff is common sense, but you'd be surprised how many people don't do this. So having said that, let's go take a look. So let's start off with the camera. A camera with the lens on is a really inefficient use of space. So split the two up. You're going to have a much better chance of being able to fit this and this efficiently into one of the compartments into your bag, and you're going to be able to fit in a lot more equipment that way. So the other thing is going to be power adapters. I've seen people take 3, 4, 5 of them so they can have one for each piece of equipment that they're carrying. Realistically though, you don't need that. You only need the one, and then you just bring a power board. The power board is from your own country, so you've already got all the cables and wires that you need to power your equipment, but you're only bringing one adapter, so you're utilizing again your space more efficiently. As far as the power boards are concerned, I like these ones. They are a cube, and there's 4 outlets on this, and then there's also 2 USB ports in there as well, so you don't need to bring any USB converters. You can just use that one, and that packs away really small. So that's how I handle all my power requirements. So the next one is still on power, and it's power banks. So these are useful because when you're traveling, sometimes you just don't know when you're going to be able to power some of your equipment. So always have one of these. This is just common sense. You should always travel with one of these. Now, along with a USB power bank, I also bring some of these. These are USB versions of my battery chargers for my camera. And these are not as fast as the ones that you plug into the mains. However, they can get you out of a situation if you run out of power and you're in a different country and you don't know when you're going to be able to next power your cameras or anything else. So I use these all the time, and if I go out for the day shooting and I'm in a different country, I will bring this with me in my bag, and I'll take that with me during the day. And the first time that my battery runs out, I plug it straight into this, and then I will plug it into the power bank. I'll put the whole thing in there, I'll put a rubber band on it, and I'll throw it back into the bag. That way, as I'm on the second battery, the first one's already getting charged. So when the second one goes, the first one should be ready to go. Now, the next thing to remember is that you don't need to bring any user manuals. Anything can be downloaded now onto a PDF. You can put it onto your phone or onto your tablet. So if you need to bring a user manual with you, then just download the PDF and put it onto your phone. Okay, so the next thing that I do, once I've figured out everything that I'm going to take with me, I lay it all out on the floor. Once it's all out on the floor, I take a picture of it. This becomes a visual list, if you like. So when I'm at my destination and I'm trying to remember whether I brought something or I didn't, that list there, that visual list, I can look up at that photo and see whether I've got it or not. I then break up the equipment into 2 piles. The first pile is everything that needs to come with me on the aircraft. So things like the cameras, for example. Batteries. Anything that doesn't have a battery can go into the check-in luggage, and you should be encouraged to throw as much onto your check-in luggage as possible, because airlines will have a restriction on weight, usually somewhere around about 7 kilograms. And when it comes to camera equipment, it's really easy to get to 7 kilograms very fast. So anything like tripods, I'd even go as far as stripping the tripod plates off the bottom of my cameras and throwing all that into the check-in luggage. It's going to save you loads and loads of weight. So what lenses are you going to bring? If you don't know what type of photography you're going to do once you get to your destination, I would probably just limit myself to 3 lenses in my cases, which would be the 16-35, the 24-70, and the 70-200. That gives me a range from 16 all the way to 200, and in my case they're all 2.8. So I've got all of those angles covered. It'd be really nice to bring an 85, my 85 1.2 for example, but unless I'm going to be taking portraits, that lens is just too heavy to carry and it's too much of a luxury. So if you know you're going to be doing portraits, bring a portrait lens. If you're going to be doing landscape, bring whatever you're going to need for landscape. But try and plan it ahead so that you're not bringing 4, 5, 6, 7 lenses, because the lenses are probably one of the heaviest things that you're going to carry with you. Now, as far as bags are concerned, you just need to bring something that's comfortable for you. Personally, I use backpacks. I've got a Think Tank version 2.0 hard drive, and it's a really, really light backpack. And keep that in mind as well, that the weight of the bag is also going to be important. If you're only allowed 7 kilograms on an aircraft, then a bag can easily take up 1 or 1.5 kilos. So the lighter the bag potentially could be an extra lens that you get to bring with you. Now the last item is one of these. It's just a multi-tool, and it doesn't have to be a good one. It could just be a cheap one. As long as it's got a knife and some screwdrivers and maybe a pair of pliers, you should be okay. And just common sense. Don't take this with you on the plane. Obviously they'll take it off you. Most of them have knives, and so they won't let you get on the plane with this on you, right? So just check it into your luggage and you should be sorted. But you should have one of these when you reach your destination anyway. Just as a side note is because a lot of the times these are used to put on and take off tripod plates onto the bottom of the cameras. So what I've done instead is just so I'm never caught out, all of my cameras now have a little washer onto the strap itself. So every camera that I have has one of these, and these are really useful because sometimes you're caught with that change or a screwdriver to put the plates on or take them off. So this way, yeah, you'll never be caught out again. You've got everything you need to put them on and take them off again. Now there's a million other things that we can talk about, but those are the ones that I found the most useful for myself, and hopefully it's something that can help you as well. Now, if you want to join a community where we talk all things photography, why not follow me on all the usual platforms? All the links are in the comment section below. Now, if you like this video, please let me know by liking it, subscribing, and also sharing it with your friends. And also, if you did find the information in the video useful, please let me know by leaving a comment. See you on the next video.